I think we can learn a few things from the Great Depression. They got creative with their recipes, and I think we're gonna have to start doing the same thing. Aprons on, let's go. We're gonna make a warm rice with milk and sugar. This Great Depression recipe uses up rice, and I think we have seen many recipes come from this one recipe. It's a filling breakfast and quick to make. So you will need some warm cooked rice. So if you have any leftover rice, just heat that through. Then you'll need milk, and that's just a desired amount in the bowl, because we're gonna pour that over the rice. You could put a pat of butter in it if you would like. You could sweeten it with sugar or with honey. You could put a little sprinkle of cinnamon in there as well. Okay, let's fill our bowl up. Some nice warm rice. Okay, pour your milk in. You could put sugar. I'm adding cinnamon to mine because yum. And you could put a little honey. So your warmed sugar rice, which I think is a great breakfast, but wouldn't mind it for an afternoon snack, that's for sure. So good. And of course, with your leftover rice, you could make rice pudding. I know that that was a hit during the Great Depression as well. All right, your warmed rice with milk and sugar, yum. Let's make some creamed eggs on toast. So you're gonna need 4 pieces of toast, 1.5 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a cup of milk, and 4 eggs boiled. If you wanna see how we did creamed tuna and peas on toast, I will leave a link to that video down below. Melt your butter in your pan or saucepan, and then you're gonna add your flour and salt. And we're going to incorporate this. This is all on low heat. Try to get it consistent until it's like smooth and frothy, it said. We'll see if I could do that. So we're gonna cook it for 2 minutes, stirring often, because we don't want it to brown. This is basically creating the roux for when we get the milk in, and it'll thicken it. And this will break up a lot when we add the milk in. And you basically wanna cook it by itself for just a little bit to like cook up the flour taste basically. Now I'm gonna gradually add the milk in. Then you can increase your heat to medium heat and let it simmer. And we wanna stir this constantly until this mixture is nice and smooth. Okay, we wanna get this thick and to a boiling point. Now beforehand, you wanna shell your eggs and then slice them up. And then once this is thick and boiling, then we can add in the eggs. Oh, there's the boil. Now if you get yours too thick, just add a little bit of milk. All right, let's get these mixed. Okay, I turned the heat off, and now I'm just going to incorporate this together. Nice, all right, let's spoon this over our toast. Grab your toast, and then put a nice big spoonful right on. Check that bite out. Oh yeah, that's good. If you like egg salad sandwiches, you're going to love this. This is delicious. This can be now part of an everyday meal for us, because this is really good, and my kids are absolutely gonna love it, because we love eggs, we love egg salad. This is fantastic. All right, I know I should get to the next recipe, but this is so good. Don't take my word for it. Definitely try it. It is really good. And of course, if you make something like this, what do you do or add to it? I would love to know. Yep, that is a definite keeper. Next, we're gonna make some sawmill gravy. Okay, you're gonna need a 1/2 pound of sausage. I'm using this Jimmy Dean regular pork sausage, but we're gonna do the whole pound. And then you're gonna need a 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, salt and pepper to taste, 4 cups of whole milk, and we're gonna put it on some biscuits. Today I'm getting the help where I can, unlike our great-grandparents did, but I'm gonna take advantage of this modern convenience. Okay, I'm just gonna brown up the sausage, get it into tiny bits. I'm excited for this one. Who doesn't love like a good sausage gravy, right? It says when it's done, pour off the grease, leaving a small amount in the pan. There's not much grease in here. I'm just leaving all of this in the pan. So we're gonna cook this now with the flour on medium-high heat. We wanna cook the flour out basically for 1 to 2 minutes. We don't get that flour taste. This is gonna help thicken the gravy. Okay, once that is done, we're gonna pour our milk in and scrape the bottom as we go along to get all the good bits up. Okay, we're gonna do salt and pepper to taste. Okay, we're gonna keep doing this until it gets thick. All right, it's getting bubbly. I just lowered the heat, it's getting thick. It smells so good. All right, I'm gonna give it a little taste so I could see if I need to add more salt. And yes, I do. So you just get it as thick as you like it. The longer you cook it, the thicker it'll get. And it will get slightly thicker once we move it from the burner. Sawmill gravy over biscuits. Let's pour it on this biscuit. Oh, it's gonna be so good. All right, let's dig in. This is so good. How do you like to have your biscuits and gravy, basically? And this sawmill gravy, what else would you put it on? I bet this would be good over mashed potatoes. I'd probably like it even over pasta or rice. But let me know what you would do. All right, I'm gonna go share this with the family because I have 2 hungry boys staring at me. They're ready to dig into some sawmill gravy and biscuits. For dinner, we're gonna have depression meatloaf. So you're gonna need a can of evaporated milk, some salt and pepper, 5 slices of bread, a can of evaporated milk, 3/4 cup chopped onion, 2 pounds of ground beef, and some slices of bacon, ketchup. All right, let's put together this depression meatloaf. So you're gonna put your 5 pieces of bread in a bowl, take your evaporated milk, and we're gonna cover the bread with it. And we're gonna let this be in here until it's absorbed. Okay, we wanna just absorb that as much as possible. It's doing a really good job. So you're gonna need 1 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And then your onions. Stir with a fork until bread softens and is light and fluffy. I don't know if I'm doing this right. All right, and it says mix in ground beef. All right, let's do that. Place in a lightly greased baking loaf pan. Is this a baking loaf pan? I hope that is. This does not look like my Paula Deen meatloaf. That is yummy meatloaf. I'll leave a link for it down below. But wasn't meatloafs all like came from the Great Depression? And I know like then once World War II started. So I think that's how we got our meatloaves. Where they probably originally started from. From my research, that's what I'm seeing. Loaves became very common. Here's our loaf, and I did lightly grease it. You can spread the top with ketchup, that's optional. You could lay strips of bacon down, that's optional. A 1/3 cup ketchup, I don't know. Let's just put the ketchup on. This is pre-cooked bacon, but it still, to me, seems like it's undercooked, so we'll just put this down. All right, we got bacon down. 350 degrees for an hour. Let's get this in the oven. Okay, see you in an hour. Ooh, here is the meatloaf. I ended up draining some of the fat from the sides that built up. Okay, I let this set for a little while, but it is still piping hot. Look at that. And there it is. It's pretty. It smells good. Okay, let's try this Great Depression meatloaf. All right, there you have it. Oh, wow. That is not bad at all. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is way better than I thought it would be. Wow. That bread with the evaporated milk really kept this moist, because this could have been a dry site. All right. Wow, you guys, this is a keeper. That's really good. I'm excited for Mr. Toodles to try it, see what he thinks. But there you have it, friends. Great Depression meatloaf that is worth keeping for sure. That's good stuff. Okay, now that we've had dinner, let's move on to dessert. We're going to have Anne Brynn's 1917 applesauce cake. This has no eggs and one easy swap to make it dairy-free. Okay, what we're gonna need is a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, 2/3 cup raisins, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we have in this bowl all the spices, and that is a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. All right, let's make this 1917 applesauce cake. Okay, our pan is good and greased. Now we're going to mix all the ingredients together, cream them up. Your room temperature butter in the bowl, and your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and then a cup of that sugar. All right, we're gonna cream this together the best we can with a wooden spoon, or just grab your mixer. Okay, we're gonna add our applesauce and combine this. Now, applesauce is definitely something to have on hand, especially in your food storage. I talk a lot about having food storage here on my channel. And applesauce actually could take the place sometimes of eggs and oil. So it's a great thing to have. All right, that's good for now. And then to our flour, we're gonna add all those spices, the baking soda, the cinnamon, the cloves, the salt. I'm gonna put a little more cinnamon than it says in there. All right, so now that we've got all the flour and the spices blended together, we're gonna combine it and get it all mixed in. So add a tablespoon of flour, and then your raisins, you're just gonna coat these. All right, now we're gonna add this to our mixture. And give it one last mix and combine those raisins with the batter. This smells really good. Okay, and then pour this into your baking dish. This smells like the holidays. Yum. Your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And this is gonna bake for 30 to 35 minutes. I'm so excited about this one. Let's get it in the oven. All right, this looks beautiful. It smells so good. Oh, it came out of the pan beautifully. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, look how beautiful. All right, I am gonna put some whipped topping on it, but you can add ice cream, frosting. Look at that raisin in there. Oh, that looks so good. It smells so good, you guys. I wish you could smell it. Okay, the big question is, does it taste good? Oh yeah, let's get that raisin. See that raisin in there? Oh yeah. You guys, this is so good. This is a keeper. This is a definite keeper. This would be so good to take visiting a friend, tea time, a beautiful like Sunday dessert. So Aunt Brynn's 1917 applesauce cake is a hit. This is delicious. Oh my goodness. From one of the last Great Depression videos, I shared a yummy chocolate wacky cake. Oh yeah, that was good too. You have to go check it out. Oh yeah. Great way to end this with the applesauce cake. So good. I hope these recipes inspired you to get in your kitchen, get creative, and think outside the box. I would love to know in the comments below, what are some of your favorite Great Depression recipes? What have you tried? What has become a family favorite or tradition? Today I really enjoyed that applesauce cake. That was good. And the cream egg on toast. If you want to watch some more Great Depression recipes, I have more for you right here. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you soon. Bye.